Hey traders, here is another video. You can probably still hear from my voice that I'm still a little bit sick, but and that was not my favorite week of trading at all. But I wanted to go through a couple of trades I took, and I wanted to talk pretty briefly about some questions that came in via email and people asking me if the PRP system is like more like a scalping system, and because you just take like a couple of pips or so, and I can tell you no, it's not. It's a day trading system, but it's not a scalping system. Scalping for me is more to take like five to seven pips or something like that, and I think by definition it's also scalping is defined by taking trades less than 10 pips or so. Anyway, I have an indicator attached to this chart. You can see it up here in the upper corner, and it measures the average pip count on this daily chart. So you can see on this like the average daily candle produced like 113 pips on the GBP USD daily chart. And if we now go to the 1 minute chart on the GBP USD, you can see like these signal. For example, you got an entry, and I usually get out at TP2, and that would have been 23, almost 24 pips. So the thing is, you can't, if you use the system like 23 pips, if the daily range is 113 pips, you can't expect the system to deliver you this kind of high pippage, like to get like 100 pips in one day. You must have been entered right down here and taking this stuff. You can see here 119 pips, all this entire move here, and that's not what I'm interested in. If I would like try to get every day this maximum pippage amount of every move of every daily candle, I would definitely lose in the end, and that's why I only target for a couple of pips, and I think that's totally enough to get like 23 pips out of the market, because it doesn't really matter. I mentioned that in another video, I guess, like all these signal servers that do advertise like, join our group, you get like, we make like 1,000 pips monthly and weekly, and I'm like, yeah, but what time frame are you trading on? You know, if I trade on the GBP for our chart, I mean, this move, for example, that's 470 pips, but I would have been quite a while in this trade, like 8 days or so, and I don't want that. With the bull and bear traps, for example, or my other strategy that will be released soon, the stop hunts, you sometimes stay in the trade for a couple of days, or eventually, if you trade the right setups, you still close in the same day, but you will never get this high pip amount, and you don't need it, because if I take a stop loss, for example, you have an entry, let's say right here, and your stop loss goes down like here, you have a 160 pip stop loss, and your risk reward would be, I say, like 1 to 2, and you would just go in with a smaller lot size. It's always the same, because I'm still risking, when I'm here, I'm risking the same amount of my capital that I would risk in this trade. Like with this larger stop loss, I would just go in with a smaller lot size. And so that's why I like the 1 minute time frame in comparison to the 4 hour time frame. I like the 4 hour time frame to analyze the chart and see where I'm at, and get like a really good high probability entry on the 1 minute time frame. So the other question was, a lot of people were saying, like in a couple of forum discussions and on Facebook or so, a lot of people were saying like, hey, your account, it's not real, man, it's demo and stuff like that. And I can show you here. Here you can see that's my damn live account. So I mean, that's the haters that probably will never make it in Forex trading. But anyway, let's go take a look at what I've done during this week. I took a couple of trades. That is now the order I took the trades on, and I'm really not proud of this week. I made a lot of bad decisions, and yeah, it wasn't good at all. Still, I'm in profit by the end of the day, but yeah, wasn't good at all. Let's go through these charts a little bit. We have the 1 hour time, 1 minute time frame Euro USD. As I told a lot of people in my Telegram group, I only trade the PRP system on Euro USD, GBP USD for now. Maybe I'm gonna switch sometime. Maybe I'm gonna add some pairs. I don't know yet, but I like to keep it simple. I don't want to stress myself like running. Looking at my screen the entire time, like checking the forward chart, doing analysis on different time frames, and then the signal comes up and I'm, oh, where's that pair that was open right here? I have like 20 charts open. It's not what I want. I wanted to have it clean, simple, and have like a clear view of what I'm doing and why I'm entering. So the first trade I took this week was the let's go through the pairs differently. First one was this Euro USD trade, and we can compare to the 4-hour chart. Here it is. I don't know, something is, I probably have to restart my MT4. It's not doing actually what I want. Usually these windows are tied up if you open the terminal down here. Anyway, here on the, no, I can't see the dates. I'm sorry about that. I'm still, you can see I'm not myself these days. Damn it. So here we go. I wanted to see the date that was really important. So on the 21st, I took this short, and we were in that the range started to come up, and I was like, okay, this could be like we are on this major resistance here. That's why I had a late entry. That's why I decided to go like for 1-to-1 after you got this rejection right here. I can mark it with a pen. You got this spike here right after my entry, and then you get this rejection right here, and then that's where I said like, okay, let's get the hell out of here because we are on this resistance level. And usually I don't do that. I let my trades run because I go in there with confidence, but that wasn't, somehow it was not possible this week for me. And the second trade I took, let's put it right here, it's also the Euro USD. That was this buy signal, and I was really this range was really difficult to trade. And also you had this, what I said in the last video, you had this V-shaped pattern almost at the entry point, and I also decided, yeah, to close this trade. This range is not gonna go anywhere. Unfortunately, my TP2 would have been hit there. So I closed it like for a small profit. You shouldn't do that. That's really bad trading. Then I took a couple of losses right here. That was also my mistake. This accumulation phase was way too choppy. It wasn't like tight and tiny with a little bit of spikiness. It was super choppy, and that's when also the smart money decided, yeah, let's take all these stops here that are placed above this range, including this one's here, right out with this huge bar. So, or was it the second one? Let's take a look. Where is the second one? Was also sell on the 23rd. Ah, here's another one. Yeah, this one, same principle. I didn't think about the rules. We had this V-shaped. I entered. And yeah, that didn't went that well, actually. So the last trade I took was a couple of, was an hour ago or so. Was this one right here. And I closed it at a 1.5 risk reward. The reason was I entered, you can see it right here. And here was my take profit. And that was my analysis that this price, by that time, this trend line was already there. That price comes back up here. But I'm usually... you have to be careful when you have these kind of super strong bullish or can also be bearish move at some point, like price is exhausted and can't go further. And that's why I decided to just go for the 1-to-5 ratio. Then I did 2 more trades on GBP USD. Let's take a look where that went. Now I have this time frame problem again. Probably on the 4-hour as well. So here we go. I had this one. This was actually like a really nice trade. It was in the direction of the trend. This trend line right here, actually, like this one, got broken. It was like a breakout of the channel, and I got the short signal, which looked super nice accumulation zone. But I went in there like way too late. I had to drag myself out of my bed and come to the screen and everything, and I totally got in too late and took my profit a little bit after TP2. So the last PRP trade during this week was here, and this is also a good example of a trade you probably should avoid. I mean, it went in the end like to TP2. I made like a lot of mistakes this week, as you can see. But when you see the market, when you get a signal, and you have this impulsive move right here, but after that it seems like market is like dripping over, like this curve kind of shape, like something like this. And then you get a signal right here. Most of the time these signals will fail because that's also some kind of exhaustion. And yeah, just keep that in mind. Maybe for if you see this kind of shape anywhere. Sorry, I had to fix all the indicator stuff. Anyway, another trade I took was this bear trap on the Euro GBP, and that I didn't think it went out. Should have went that far, because I had this it's not like a steep trend line setup, you can't say that per se, but you have this nice accumulation area here in front, and then like a small fake breakout, and then it went down, and it went even past this. You can see when it breaks out, like with a huge lot of momentum, I just went for a quick profit at the trend line there for 30 pips. Could have traded that down, but that would have been like 3 days of holding this for almost 100 pips, a little bit further even. And yeah, that was it for the week. Another setup, somebody shared, one of our members in the Telegram group shared this Aussie US dollar setup today, and a big shout out to him. He's getting better and better in doing his own analysis. He found this deeper trend line setup. I don't know if he actually used the bear trap for an entry, but he gets stopped out at putting his stop loss to break even. But if you would have gotten in right here, yeah, if you put your stop like a little bit lower, maybe you wouldn't have been stopped out, but that would have been a nice trade. I didn't take it. That was a great piece of analysis. If you can really see, if you find this pattern, that's almost like instantly a winner. And yeah, I hope, even if I talked a lot of crap probably in this video, I hope you enjoyed it. Next week I will be back on point, I guess. And by the end of next week I'm gonna be on a short holiday with my family. But I hope to see you soon, and until then, happy trading.